64 days in the air, the insane Cessna 172 flight that broke records. Imagine living in a tiny airplane for over 2 months, no landing, no brakes, just sky, sun, and endless flying. Sounds impossible, right? Two guys in 1958 actually did it in a Cessna 172, 64 days straight. How did they eat, sleep, refuel, and most importantly, why? Buckle up, because this is the craziest endurance flight in history. Get ready for a story of determination, engineering genius, and a little bit of madness. It all started with a Las Vegas hotel called the Hacienda. Back then, Vegas was booming, and the hotel wanted a wild stunt for publicity. Their idea? Break the world record for the longest flight. Simple, right? Just stay in the air longer than anyone else. The problem? No plane could fly for weeks without landing. They chose a Cessna 172, small, reliable, but definitely not built for nonstop flying, so they modified it. The plane got extra fuel tanks, a mattress in the back for naps, even a sink for washing up. But the biggest question was, how do you refuel a plane without landing? Enter Robert Tim, a former Wubbaloo 2 pilot and casino employee. He had the guts to try this crazy challenge, but he couldn't do it alone. So, he teamed up with John Cook, an experienced pilot and mechanic. Neither of them knew what they were about to get into. Chanteur 64. Days of flying, no landing, no privacy. Just two guys, one tiny Cessna, and they were about to suffer. So, how do you refuel a plane midair? Well, this is where things get wild. Every 24 hours, the Cessna had to fly just feet above the ground while a moving fuel truck matched its speed. One pilot lowered a rope. The guys in the truck hooked up a hose, and they pumped gas while still flying. One wrong move, boom, crash landing. And that's not all. They also passed up food, water, and supplies. Their gourmet meals, mostly sandwiches, soup, and lots of coffee. Living in a plane sounds fun for about a day. Then reality hits. Space? Non-existent. Bathrooms? Nope. Showers? Forget about it. They took sponge baths with a tiny sink, brushed their teeth with bottled water, and bathroom breaks. Let's just say they were improvised. And sleep? Only 30-minute naps. One pilot flew while the other tried to rest. Imagine being sleep-deprived for 2 months. Things got dangerous. After weeks in the air, their bodies were breaking down. Exhaustion, sickness, and the smell, unimaginable. One night, the pilot fell asleep at the controls. Another time, their oil pump failed, and they had to fix it mid-flight with a tiny wrench and sheer luck. They even had to clean the engine. While flying, Robert crawled onto the wing with a rag to wipe off oil buildup. One slip, game over. After 64 days, 22 hours, and 19 minutes, they called it quits. The Cessna, battered and filthy, landed back in Las Vegas. The record? Unbeaten to this day. When they stepped onto the runway, they were too weak to stand. But they had done it. Over 150,000 miles flown. More than 6 times around the Earth. So, what happened to the Cessna? It's now hanging in a museum in Las Vegas. And the record? Still undefeated. In a world of high-tech jets and space travel, no one has beaten 2 guys in a tiny Cessna 172. With sandwiches and coffee. So, would you do it? 64 days in a plane? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked this crazy story, don't forget to subscribe for more.